A group of churchgoers turned their backs to Mike Bloomberg as he addressed them at a historic church known as the Brown Chapel AME Church in Selma. Now, there was a group of at least 9 people who took part in this protest as Bloomberg spoke during a 55th commemoration of Bloody Sunday. Of course, this is the historic civil rights march in 1965, where 17 people were injured by police during their march to Montgomery, Alabama, to demand the right to vote for Black people. Now, remember, Mayor Bloomberg, former Mayor Bloomberg, does not have a great record when it comes to the African-American community or the Latino community. His stop and frisk policy was basically giving cops in New York City free rein to harass people of color, specifically men of color. And then later he blamed minorities for collapsing the economy in 2008 when they were the ones who were victimized by predatory loans. So there's good reason to be upset with Mike Bloomberg. And so I want to show you what that scene looked like, and then I'll give you some more details about what happened that day.
Back in 1921, more than 200, it was just another instance of Black families being systematically robbed and exploited. Send the press was the call to action, and that's what our Greenwood Initiative resolved to do. And we're going to do it by achieving 3 things. 1, we're going to help 1 million more Black families own a home. 2, we're going to double the number of Black families.
Okay, so you can see from that video, it's a small group of the church patrons who turned their backs to him. Some did applaud for what he was saying, but something really interesting in reading about this event and how he was introduced and the way he dealt with an invitation to speak at this event. So in first introducing Bloomberg, the Reverend Strong told the group that when he first invited Bloomberg to Brown Chapel, Bloomberg told him, quote, "I've got to beat Donald Trump. I don't have time to go to Brown Chapel." Wow.
And if we're truly cursed, in 6 months, he'll be saying, "I've got to beat Donald Trump. I don't have time to go to Wisconsin."
So Strong, Reverend Strong, said he threw away the paper he had with Bloomberg's information, disappointed. But Strong told the group, meaning the patrons of the church, some of Bloomberg's people reached out, and after thinking about it, I thought it was important for Mayor Bloomberg on his journey, wherever he ends up, that before he gets there and on his way there, it is important that he has the opportunity to listen and to learn from people like you and me and this one. And then a Bloomberg aide was quoted as saying this: "Mike sat through the whole service from start to finish. Takes courage to show up." What?
How scary is this church?
That is an unbelievable statement. That, I guess that's what happens when you pay people to support you. Like when you pay people to work on your campaign, but maybe they don't even believe in your message at all. Like, how is that an okay statement to make? It takes courage to sit through a church service that's commemorating something incredibly historical and relevant to, by the way, very relevant today when you consider voter suppression. That disproportionately impacts Black communities throughout this country.
Can't you just imagine him like he's like in the bathroom getting ready to go, and he's like, "You can do this. Come on, get out there, get out there. I know you're scared. I know you're scared, but you can do it. Get out there. It's a charge."
This takes courage. It really does. It takes courage, but I know you have it, Mike. I know you have it.
The thing is, like, so that he took what could have just been a fairly positive thing. Yes, some people turned their backs, but he got clapped. Like, people were clapping for the things he said, and now he had to totally torpedo it by being a D-bag before and implying that they're not worth his time. But honestly, that's the most honest that he can be. That is actually what he thinks of most people, that they are not worth his time, that he's a big billionaire and he's got to go spend his money and like going and talking to people. What's the point of that? He's demonstrated that throughout the campaign. He doesn't value that sort of thing.
That's true. And it's amazing how after his campaign clearly had to persuade him to be part of this event, they then turn around and they give a statement like that. It takes real courage to sit through this entire service. He's in a historical church. Like there's no courage. It's an honor to be there, and it's an honor to be invited to speak there. And the fact that he treated it this way is just gross.
The important thing for Bloomberg, though, is that you not get down about that experience and the negative press that you might be getting. It is important for you because you're a very unique person who brings something very unique to this race, that you stick with this thing and that you compete vigorously on Super Tuesday and you run a bunch of ads about how you're the only centrist alternative to Bernie Sanders. Run them far and wide, and then I don't care what happens to you after that. But do that on Super Tuesday, that's important. Don't go and everyone's saying you should drop out and endorse someone. I don't know who. Don't listen to them. You're a very special person. Run that race.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.